Brian, I really think that the hottest thing that WWE's been has is CM Punk against Drew McIntyre. And what's so great about it is it's not for a championship. It's just a blood feud. There is many, many times in the business where some of the best feuds wasn't about a title, wasn't about a championship. It's just like, I hate you, you hate me, a tag team. This tag team hates the other tag team, and we're going to have a match, a disqualification match, an old school whipping match, whatever the stipulation is, and we're going to have the blow off as a cage match. It's going to be bloody and it's going to be ugly, but we're going to end it with a cage match. And I just think that with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, everything that they put into it, they've always deserved to be in the main event at one of these PLEs. And from what we read, we're not sure if that's going to happen at Bad Blood, but to me, the bloodline is still on its way because we got to wait for The Rock and we got to wait for what is going on with other Polynesian wrestlers that might be involved in this. And Jey Uso is the Intercontinental Champion. Paul Heyman. We got a lot to wait for, but this has been carrying the company for me. Drew McIntyre against CM Punk. I think you're muted, sir.
That I am. It's very weird how that works. I completely agree with you, and I think it's funny because CM Punk is Mr. Company guy now. Like, he is WWE by the books. And it's funny because, well, this is sort of what he was upset about the first time around. He's the one putting in the work. He's the one there every week and part of that main story, and yet he's not getting the main event. And this isn't even Mania. This is Bad Blood in Atlanta, the part-timer, the Roman Reigns, who wrestles once, twice a year at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to be the main story. And I also feel like the WWE is setting themselves up for failure because the Bloodline match will be fine. It'll be good. But by putting it in that main event spot, I feel like the expectations are already getting to the point where it's like, oh, well, at least we're going to see Dwayne on Saturday. And that's how the show is going to end. And if there's no Dwayne, then that's quite a letdown as opposed to having the Hell in a Cell, which is the payoff, which is the blood feud, which is whatever comes of it. It's going to be a great match. And I feel like they're setting themselves up for failure this weekend.
Well, here's the thing. I believe that WWE looks at Atlanta, Georgia, and says that, well, this is the house that Cody Rhodes has built because he's from Atlanta. And, his dad bled and sweat and paid the price in Atlanta at the old Omni for many, many years. And you saw all the promos leading into it. It's him as like a detective outside, of State Farm Arena, taking a look at it. And so I think that they're trying to give the Universal Champion a benefit of the doubt and say, hey, this is the champion. The bloodline is going to be the main feud that everyone's going to look at. After Bad Blood, now the focus will be back on the bloodline and Cody Rhodes and maybe Kevin Owens. So they're trying to probably put him in a position to be the main event. I don't agree with that.
Right.
I think that match will be less than.